Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of How to Create Geometry Dash. In this tutorial, we're going to be adding blocks that scroll around. First, let's go to mouse over, choose a sprite, and press upload sprite. And I'm just going to choose the sprite called block. And you can see that's just a square. And if I drag it onto this blue background, you can see it's black and it just has a gradient. Inside of the block sprite, let me just move this over. I'm going to go to events and drag out when I receive setup, repeat 1, delete this clone just to make sure we don't have any clones, and now I'm going to make a new block called setup and make sure run without screen refresh is on. And then after we repeat 1, run the block setup, and inside of here I'm going to switch costume to block, hide, and I'm just going to make a couple new variables. One variable for all sprites called levels, and another one for this sprite only called X. And I'm just going to hide these both. We want to set levels to 1 and set X to 240. Repeat until, and no, I'm not going to put anything in here. So this is just the same as a forever loop, except we can have the code after it. So create a clone of myself, change levels by 1, change X by 480, next costume, and if costume name is equal to 1, we're going to stop this script, and that should be it for this define setup. And we want to make sure when we start as a clone, we want to show. I'm going to make a block called go-to and add an input called X and Y. And I don't know if there's just tech run without screen refresh. I don't think they'll do anything, just to make sure. Then inside of this block, go to, and I'm just going to drag these circles down, and we want to make sure that if we go off screen we're going to hide the block. So drag out an if else, go to operators and drag out and just drag in 2 equals into here. Go to motion and drag out X position into where it says 50 and Y position into the other 50, and then drag out X and Y and put them in there. In the first slot put show, and in the second one put hide. And what this will do is make sure if we go off screen we're just going to hide the clone. Go to events, when I receive update, go to operators and drag out the plus block, X plus scroll X. I was just about to type something in there. And then the Y, we're going to type in -65. And to make sure that this runs seamlessly, drag out if then less than -480. In here, just right click on here, duplicate, and snap that back. Change X by, go to operators and drag out a plus block, levels plus, actually it's times, I couldn't see that, levels times 480 And then that should be it. Before you press play, go to the costumes, rename the costume to 1, right click and press duplicate. And I'm just going to create 4 copies of this, maybe 5, maybe 6. Yeah, that should be it. And then press the play, and you'll see it's not playing because from in the last tutorial we changed the state to dead. So make sure to change this back to play, and then press the green flag. And now you'll see that the blocks are scrolling along. Okay. The last thing we're gonna do for this tutorial is make the death effect better. Let me set state to dead. As you can see, it's not looking really good right now. Let me just click on the background and reset the position, and on the ground too, so we can see the effect better. And what I'm gonna do is create a new variable for the sprite only. Call it particle size. Press OK and hide it. Then set particle size to pick random from 50 to 100. And then I'm going to go into if costume name equals death effect 1. You want to set size to 400. And this is just a little hack that'll make sure that the particles go off screen. And set size to particle size. And then change particle size by -4. So if you look on the screen, you should see the particle sizes go down. And also this little circle right here, that's supposed to grow. So in here, if costume name equals death effect 2, set particle size to 50. And then in here, set particle size to particle size times 0.9. And then change size by particle size. You'll see that we have a nice death effect now. It looks kind of what it is in Geometry Dash. It's not perfect, but this is Scratch. You can't do anything perfect in Scratch. Okay, that's it for this tutorial, and I'll see you in part 5. Make sure to subscribe for the next tutorial.